welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about pumping. If you are a breastfeeding mum like myself, you may have considered doing pumping, and since my son has been born I have been pumping here and there, especially in the last couple of weeks, and I'll get on to why I've been doing it and what it's kind of good for as the video goes on. I can do a very dedicated breastfeeding only video coming up soon, but this is going to focus a lot on pumping, milk supply and things like that, so I'm really excited to get into it. Today's video is also a collaboration with Lola and Lykke. It's their breast pump that I have. It's an amazing breast pump and we are actually collaborating on today's video, so I'm really lucky. Let's just get into the video. It's a heat wave outside in the UK, so I've got a fan on over here, sorry if you can hear that. Got my icy water and let's just get into it. Okay, so here is the breast pump from Lola and Lykke. Obviously everything is going to be linked down below. If you are pregnant yourself with your first and you plan to breastfeed, I would recommend having a pump before the baby is here, just in case. Now I'll go into why in a second. But I'm so lucky I got sent this before he was born, so it's all ready. I knew what to do with it before he got here. So he's been here 6 weeks now, so the first 6 weeks are done. Breastfeeding is just about established, which is why I thought it's a great idea to sit down and film this today. So this is the breast pump itself. First of all, I'll take you through what you get in the box, and then I'll talk about what I've thought of it, how it's worked out for me, and how to use it and things like that. Okay, so opening the box, first of all, the packaging and the look of the brand is actually really nice, very upmarket. So this is a completely wireless breast pump, which is amazing. It's also a smart electric pump, so it looks very smart. Your leaflets explaining what to do, etc. So in the box, I have actually been using this so it doesn't look as shiny as normal. So in the box you get the pump itself. This is the smart electric breast pump touchscreen gadget here, and it's super easy to use. It comes with a bottle. They also sent me lots of storage bags for the freezer, so when I pump there is actually an attachment that you can attach on your breast pump and pump straight into those bags, do them up and put them in the freezer. So as Oren gets a lot older and I decide that maybe he needs to stay at grandma's for the night or with his auntie or something like that, and I need to give them milk to feed him in the night, we have lots of bags we can put in the freezer and give to family members when we're not around. So the smart touch screen at the top is so easy to use. It has multiple settings, so it has a pre-let down setting, which is basically to stimulate your breast, so it has a let down and releases milk, and that is this logo here. I actually have mine on setting 5 because it works best for me. Obviously you've got the battery setting here, and it also tells you digitally how many minutes you've been pumping for. It will pump for 2 minutes in the pre-let down setting. Once 2 minutes has passed, it will go on to the let down section, which is this logo here, which is droplets. I have mine on setting 8. This does the long pulls, which mimics what a baby will do, where the let down has happened and then it will suck for very long pulls. This is a suction section here, so this fits completely over your boob. Your nipple will go in the middle and it will suck. Very easy to use. It also has a little guard there, so there's the bottle itself, and it does come with a teat for this bottle. The teat is nice and small, so it can start from a very early age. The bottle goes up to 180 mils and it has a stand, which on week 2 when I first started pumping and I managed to get what seemed like a really good amount at the time because it was really difficult, I put it down without the stand and everything spilt, and I definitely cried over spilt milk that day. So if you can, always remember to put the stand on. What else have we got? Also comes with a charger. We'll close that box here. Very smart looking electric breast pump. Very good. Really have enjoyed using it. So basically my breastfeeding journey, obviously I'll go into more detail as time goes on, but generally it's been a really positive and successful one. Now when my son was born we didn't pick up a tongue tie until about week 3, So he actually had a tongue tie, which meant he wasn't getting the hind milk, which is the stuff that really fattens a baby up or puts like all the calories a baby really needs. He wasn't getting enough hind milk because the tongue tie was stopping his tongue from being able to stimulate around the breast properly. But in the 3rd week, when we noticed his weight wasn't really doing much, we decided to supplement, so breastfeed him and then top him up with breast milk from a bottle till we could get the tongue tie sorted. Now, thank goodness we have the NHS, all protect the NHS, because the NHS managed to get me in on the 3rd week, at the end of the 3rd week, to sort the tongue tie. It was done over with in minutes. It was really good procedure, and since then we've just been flying. This essentially has saved my breastfeeding journey, and I'm so thankful for it. So what I would do was breast pump twice a day, so not actually too much. Sometimes you can breast pump after every feed. So what I would do is breast pump twice a day, once in the morning, which was when I had the most milk. Now the breast pump is really good. You can actually simulate cluster feeding with the breast pump. The breast pump definitely forced my breasts to keep making more milk, along with putting baby on the breast quite often. So this was so great because essentially what I would do to keep his weight up, and he was cluster feeding quite a lot, I would start him on a breast, so we'd start on the right side of the breast. I'd have this ready, then when he was finished here I would swap him over to the left if he wanted anyway, and he would be on the left, and then I would grab this, attach this, and just sit and watch TV while I'm holding him here breastfeeding, and this is pumping away here. So we'd pour this in the bottle, store it in the fridge, and we would supplement that to him, so his weight would stay up and he would keep gaining weight. So it was so easy just to sit here and do that. Now, regardless of whether I was having those difficulties with his tongue tie, breast pumping is very practical for me in many ways. I wanted Lawrence to be involved in a bit of the feeding, especially now we've done this first 6 weeks. I think after about 3 months I'm going to start implementing regular pumping, and Lawrence can help out in the night, or he can just take over if I'm out working or something like that. And as I said, using these freezer storage bags is going to be super duper helpful, because I'm going to store them and give them to family members when they are very kindly babysitting for us. I get really flustered with new gadgets. I'm not like a gadgety person. I get very flustered, and when your emotions are running high, you've got a newborn baby and you're living off very little sleep, I found that this was so easy to use that it didn't fluster me, and I didn't avoid doing it. I just found it easy to pick it up, attach it, pump. Lola and Lykke also offer lots of replacement parts, so they've actually sent me replacement parts as well, because I will be using this for the foreseeable future and also for any future babies. And again, really easy to take apart and sterilise. So Lawrence does the sterilising with this because he likes to help out as much as he can. So you take this section off, put that on charge, leave that on the kitchen side. Obviously you don't put this in the water or sterilise this, it doesn't need sterilising. And then obviously take the stand off, and then it comes in 3 parts, so really easy. Bottle part, the suction pad, and this section which pulls in the milk basically. So really easy to put together. It's all done. It's so simple. I really recommend it, and I'm so glad I've got it. Also, it has anti-backflow, so the milk can't get back up and get clogged into this breast pump milk, so you're always going to get fresh milk here. The bottle itself, I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's BPA free. I always look for BPA free plastic, which is great. If you do want to get yourself one, I have linked them down below. Lola and Lykke also sent me lots of different things. They sent me pram clips, a teething necklace that I get to wear, that when Oren is a bit older he can kind of chew on my necklace. Also the most beautiful teas. So if you know someone who's pregnant and they're going to be a mum soon, these teas are a fantastic kind of baby shower / new mum gift. I was drinking the New Mum uplifting tea. It was such a treat every morning to have that uplifting tea when I've had barely any sleep, and I might be a bit tired or emotional after a long night of breastfeeding or cluster feeding. So yeah, they've got lots on their website. I've linked it all down below. I asked you on Instagram if you had any questions you wanted me to cover in today's video. So I'll read out a couple now and answer them. So first question, the question from a naive young non-mother: does it hurt? It depends what setting it's on. It's meant to feel like something. You're meant to feel like a sharp pull, but it's not meant to hurt. I actually found it hurt a little bit when I initially started pumping, just because everything's raw. You've only just started breastfeeding and everything was quite raw, and the feel of the suction does initially hurt. It's a new feeling. As the days went on, it doesn't hurt at all. I definitely think if nothing's coming after the simulation section and it moves on to expression mode and nothing is coming, that hurts. So if that happens, take it off straight away and just try again in a bit when your breast is ready to let down. So that does hurt when you're trying to dry pump. So did you pump alongside breastfeeding straight away? So I week 2.5 to 3 weeks I started pumping. Not many people recommend, actually. They say to wait until at least 6 weeks, but because of the tongue tie and his weight kind of stagnating, I wanted to. I did have other options, so I could have topped him up with formula or I could have topped him up with donation breast milk, but I thought I would just pump myself just to increase the supply so it's easier for him to get suction it out of the breast. So does it make a noise? So the noise is very, very minimal. It does make a noise, not really loud. Now I have a feeling that some breast pumps are really loud because lots of mums discuss breast pumps not making a noise, or silent breast pumps, or quiet breast pumps. So maybe the older models or the more traditional breast pumps were really loud. Obviously this is my first experience. It just makes a whirring noise. It's not too loud. It's not loud at all. It's very, very quiet, but it's not silent. What is the suction and strength supposed to be set at? It's supposed to set it to a setting where it hurts and you don't like it, and then take it down one. So that is giving you the maximum amount of strength you can take while stimulating your breasts at the maximum amount that they can take. So what pump works best for you? So this one works best for me. I have tried the hand expression, I have tried the silicone hacker one, which is like the Aldi version. I haven't actually got use out of that yet, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know, maybe I'm using it wrong, but this pump is the only pump I'm actually using and it's being successful at the moment. So yeah, I do recommend this. Thank you so much to Lola and Lykke for sponsoring today's video. I'm so happy to be working with them. If you do have any more questions about the pump, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you found this video useful. If you want a more breastfeeding journey video as well, do let me know, because I'd love to film stuff like that. Like, I'm just enjoying my breastfeeding journey now, so I'm happy to film that. But I hope you're all doing really, really well. I'm staying cool in this heat wave, and yeah, I'll see you again really, really soon. Mwah.